We've got some Kids Core Masters of the Universe toys to open up today, so let's get cracking. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lauren and this is Lauren's Toy Box, where we talk all things toys. And if you like that kind of content, I'd love it if you would take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, hit that bell for notifications, and do like this post as it really does help me out. So as you know, on June 5th, Masters of the Universe will be opening in theaters. This is going to be the first time since 1987 that we will see a movie adaptation of the beloved toy line. And they have some new toys that are coming out based on the movie. And I don't know if I'm going to get all of them, but I definitely wanted to get He-Man, and I definitely wanted to get Battlecat, as I do have a little bit of a collection of them. And this is what is known as the Kids Core. So there are three different versions of the toys for the movie. There's the Kids Core, which is basically, these are $9.99. I mean, when do you get that in toys these days? You know, I know that we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but we haven't had anything like that in Masters of the Universe in a while. I think the cheapest was like $14.99. So $9.99 is a really great price for this. This one was $21.99. And these were, I bought these both at Target the other day. They also have an Origins line, which is similar to this. It's 5.5 scale, except they are they're girthier, like the original He-Man toys of the past. And then there's the Chronicles version, which is more like the Masterverse, which is more 6.5 scale, 6.5 inches. So anyway, I thought that we'd take a look at these guys. I love the packaging to this. You have the Masters of the Universe logo. This is the movie logo. And on one side, you've got the forces of darkness and the forces of good. You can see Skeletor through there. You can see He-Man over there. Very cool. On the back of the packaging, you've got the stats for He-Man, which is really cool. Although I'm not sure why magic is only half when his powers are really drawn through magic. But I guess he's not a magic user himself per se. But everything else kind of tracks. And he's perhaps the most low-tech of the heroes. So in this wave, you've got He-Man, Teela, and Beastman. There's part of me that wants to get Beastman, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm going to collect the whole thing. But it's very cool. You've got Castle Grayskull in the back over there. It just looks, the packaging is just so cool on this. And it says here, He-Man, most powerful man in the universe. He-Man wields the sword of power to rescue Eternia from the evil clutches of Skeletor. That's what this packaging looks like. So we'll open him up. Then we also have Battlecat. And the packaging has that kind of orange look to it. The Castle Grayskull version. This is the back, and it says Battlecat charges into battle against Skeletor alongside He-Man. And then everything else is in different languages. He does have a thing here that you can press. And he's supposed to roar. And from what I understand, there's a tab that I'm going to have to remove when I open them up. But anyway, let me go ahead and open these guys up, and we'll be right back, and we'll take a look at them a little more closely. Okay, so first we'll take a look at the He-Man figure. He looks really good. Like, his face looks really nice for just the details that you get on a $9.99 action figure on this is really nice. Like, you got the muscles on here, both on his legs and his arms. You've got the detailing on his armor. You know, yeah, it is just a brown color through here, but that's okay. You know, again, you don't, you know, you get what you pay for, which is actually a really good price. The Sword of Power, the Power Sword, looks really nice. I'm not going to try and take off any of the pieces, but it looks like you can take off the skirt. And I'm not sure about the armor itself. I think the armor is pretty much on him. I can't tell. But pretty cool. And then on the back, if you don't want him to carry the sword, you've got the scabbard on the back so that he can put the sword in there. And let's see. He can raise his sword to the sky. He can't. He can only turn his head, so you can't have him look up to the sky. But you can kind of make it look like he's saying, "By the power of Grayskull." He doesn't. He bends at his elbow, and at his shoulders they turn, but they don't turn at the wrists. And I don't think that you can take off the wrists. Or maybe you can. I'm not sure. I'm not going to try it, though. He can kind of sit, although the skirt gets in the way. And he can turn at the knees, but not at the feet. And that is our He-Man figure. Very cool. And then let's take a look at Battlecat. Now, here's the thing. The tail comes separate, but I cannot get the tail to go in here. I'm going to need some help to get this tail in here, because I've tried several times to try and just pop it in, and it's not popping in. And it's just probably my upper body strength, but I just can't get it to pop in there. Here is the little tab that I told you about, that if we remove this, and I think if that's what we do, there we go. See, you press this little button on his back. That's very cool. Now, he is articulate at his paw, and then at his shoulders, and at his waist. The back feet do not turn, but the front feet do, so you can pose him in a limited way. And then let's go ahead and put He-Man on top of... Okay, I did want to show you that we did get the tail on. My friend managed to get the tail on. It was a little bit of a challenge, but this is what He-Man looks like on Battlecat. It looks really good. The tail moves. Whoops. And the paws are articulate at the paw itself and at the shoulders and at the waist over here. Just at the waist, not at the feet. And as I showed you, if you press this button, and he growls. So cool. And that is the new Kids Core He-Man and Battlecat for you. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, I'd love it if you would take a moment to subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Hit that bell for notifications, and do like this post, as it really does help me out with the algorithm. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me, and I will see you later. Bye!